to the legends of the creative and entertainment industries. We talk to those on the rise. Lance Dean Anthony Nielsen asks about the highs, the lows, and everything in between. This is Outcasts Creative, and this is Industry Interviews.
Hello, and here we are with Industry Interview. I'm not sure what number this is. It's up there. It's like 129, maybe creeping up to 130. Haven't actually checked. Haven't had time. I am here with Rose Kaur.
That's right, Rose Kaur.
I'm glad I pronounced that correctly. No relation to the band The Kaurs.
No.
The Irish American folk singers. No.
Oh no,
just
not
checking.
related.
No, okay, good. I mean, you could have been. You've got the dark sort of features.
I got dark features.
Got dark features. Okay. He's got dark features. He looks Mexican. It's a line from our play. We'll come back to that. James Evans is in the chat. Good to see you. So it's another industry interview. So for the benefit of the people watching, we have got a play on in the not too distant future. It's opening at the Rose and Crown Theatre in Walthamstow. If you're in London, fantastic to try and come and see it. If you're not in London or you're one of my American fans, I would appreciate a post on your social media about the show, because it's about the making of Magnificent Seven, the classic 1960 Western starring Steve McQueen, Yul Brynner, James Coburn, Robert Vaughn, Brad Dexter, Horsper Schultz, and Rosenda Monteros. And I've got Rosenda Monteros in the studio with me now, or at least the lady who is playing Rosenda Monteros. If you are in London, though, I have to tell you now that Friday has just sold out. Friday sold out. While we've been rehearsing today, Friday has sold out. Now, we are going to, if you're particularly keen to come on Friday, we are going to release an extra 7 tickets for Friday, because we have some industry seats, and if they don't get used, we can give them up for sale. So not many people come on a Friday. They tend to come on a Thursday if it's for the industry. So we're going to give those seats up. And James Evans says, Kaur means princess.
It does.
I thought you told me it meant superhero space warrior earlier.
No.
Okay, all right. I thought that's what you said.
I mean, the same thing, right?
I set that up to for you to go with that. Well, we need to work on our back and forth there a little bit, but we'll get there. Okay, so no, I'm very honoured to have Rose with me today. Rose came aboard the production quite late due to unforeseen circumstances. It's quite difficult to join a company late, and also you've got loads of lines to learn, 12 parts to play. So there's a lot going on in this show because everybody plays more than one role. But before we get into all of that, let's talk about the standard quickfire questions that I always ask all of my guests, which is, you know, your kind of relation with the media growing up, kind of what movies you saw, what TV shows you watched, that kind of thing. What was the first movie that you ever saw on the big screen at cinema as a kid? Do you remember?
I actually think it was Tangled.
Oh, with the hair.
Yeah, long hair, Rapunzel. I actually remember watching Tangled. That was like one of the first things I went to watch in cinema. Loved it. It's one of my favorite Disney movies. I rewatched it like 3 times.
You've embraced it with your long, tangly,
I've
tangly
tried
hair.
to grow it. I did try to even go blonde one time.
Really?
So,
how did that work out?
I went to the hairdresser and they said, "Listen, like your hair's black, we can't do it for you." And I was like, "Oh."
I thought you can do any color hair blonde, can't you? With like
you can, but like you'd have to go for like 2 different sessions, I think.
Can you not just buy one of these packets from Boots?
Don't work on me.
They don't work on you?
Don't work on hair this black.
I remember dyeing my hair like in the bath. You know, like one time I dyed it jet black, I think.
Jet black?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I can't remember why. I just know that I did, and I feel this was a really bad decision.
Why did you not like it?
I think I would have looked pale and pasty, and I already looked pasty. Okay, so you saw Tangled. What was the last movie you paid to go and see at the cinema on the big screen?
The most recent one I went with my best friend, and I went to watch The Materialist.
I don't remember us going to see a film. What did we go and see?
We have yet to see the film.
What amazing banter. As Alan Partridge would say, what amazing banter. The Materialist.
Yeah, it's got Dakota Johnson in there. It was a nice film. It was a romantic.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, so James Evans is saying I went for my goth phase. That's entirely possible. That was the reason. I can't actually tell you because it was during I've got a photograph of me with it, but I can't remember anything about that time. So yeah, okay. What is a favorite TV show of yours that you've watched and gone, oh my God, this is good. I've got to watch all of the seasons? Now, normally I tell my guests since The Sopranos, but I don't need to say that to Jasmine, because when The Sopranos first started, she was just only, you know, like super tiny. So
when did that happen? When was
late
that?
90s.
Oh, I wasn't even.
Yeah, you were. That's like I said, you were super tiny, very tiny indeed. I mean, they didn't have like HBO in the stomach area at that time. So, so yeah, what TV show?
Can it be a series?
Yeah, no, a series. Yeah, that you binged all the seasons.
Okay,
You know,
so
it can be anything.
there's been quite a few. There's been Gotham. I'm like a hardcore DC fan, Marvel fan.
Hardcore DC
Hardcore.
and Marvel. You
Yeah.
prefer one over the other?
I mean, they both have their own. Like, I like DC's like dark sort of vibe, but then Marvel very like family friendly, very upbeat, like colorful and stuff. Love Batman, the dark vibe of like the whole Batman series. I play the games too, like, you know, Arkham City, Arkham Knight. Like, I play all of them. I'm just obsessed. I'm crazy.
What is your? It's good to know that I'm working with a crazy actress. That's good to know. What is your? Okay, so I'm guessing your favorite DC character is Batman.
I like Wonder Woman as well.
Cool.
Female empowerment.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Marvel character?
Ooh, I liked favorite Marvel character would probably be like, ooh, I don't know. I like the Green Lantern series, but not my favorite.
That is not typically people's answer.
Yeah,
That's
that is something unique.
Okay. Well, it can stretch all different directions with his green shit. So I mean, you know, let your imagination run wild.
I like Iron Fist. Watch that as well, the series. I've binge watched like literally Iron Fist, Daredevil, like a Supergirl as well. That's DC.
Right.
Really good series.
So, all right. Let's a couple of other quick fire questions. Do you have an actor or actress that you particularly admire? You sort of look up to? You find them inspirational? You like to watch all their movies?
Oh, there's quite a few.
Just a couple.
Ooh, Angelina Jolie, obviously. Like, I liked her in Maleficent.
Okay.
I like
Maleficent. That's
yeah, Maleficent's good.
Right.
And you know, the kid she picked up in there is actually her daughter as well.
I did not know that.
Scenes. Yeah. And what's it? The other one? She was Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I liked her. I like that movie. And who else? It's hard to think of on the spot actually. There's
Well, I mean, that's well, we only need one, so that's sufficient. Do you have an ideal role that you would like to play? Could be in a film, on stage, could be in a TV show. You know, maybe you want to be a captain of a starship in Star Trek or something.
I mean, yeah, it's funny you say that because like the character that I've been cast as, like Rosenda, I really like that character. Like I always say, I would like to play someone like with that sort of power and like that. Like I like dressing up a lot, so like glamour.
We're so lucky. He's such an amazing writer that wrote that script. So,
yeah, no, definitely.
He's good. He's a bit of a recluse. We haven't been able to get him on the set yet, but I'll put in a good word for you though. Let him know you liked it. That's
good. Sure.
You did get. I mean, we'll talk about the play in a little bit. I just want to keep this focus to you for now. So, all right, tell us a bit about yourself. You have a bit of an interesting background. You've got a slightly diverse range of interests as well, especially in the field of martial arts and stuff like that. Where did the acting bug come from? How did that all start?
Well, so as a kid growing up, like I was extremely shy. Like I found it really difficult to like talk to people.
Extremely hard to believe, by the way. Extremely hard to believe that, but
tables turned.
Tables have turned, indeed.
Yeah, but yeah, I was like in class. I was like the quiet kid. I was the shy kid. I couldn't look at anyone in the eye. Nothing like that. Like I was that shy, right? And then it got to like sixth form, and I started thinking like, wait, do I really want to be this shy my whole life? And then I was like, okay. So how can I get rid of shyness? Let's try an acting class. So I took an acting class. I was actually debating on going. My mom was like, you want to do it, just go for it. So I just went for that day. And I remember like the first acting class I did, they were like, okay, so everyone say hi to Jasmine, Rose. And oh yeah, hi. and I was like looking down at this when I went into the class. And
Right.
they're like, right, today we're doing exposure therapy. And I was like,
Exposure therapy.
and I was like some shy kid. I was like, what the hell is exposure therapy?
Is that where you like talk about deep shit in your past and stuff? Is that
no, it's actually like we're doing like animal studies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, you're like pretending to
Yeah.
be, you're pretending to be the animal and all
Yeah,
that kind
so
of
the
thing.
teacher
Yeah,
told
okay.
me, or Jasmine, so basically everyone's gonna line up and watch you perform, and like I was like, and she was like, so you're gonna get on the floor and you're gonna start barking like a dog. And I
Okay.
was like, I remember my heart was like beating like this. I was like, "No, I can't do that." But I did it, and then everyone was like pointing and laughing. Then after that, I realized, like, you know, like everything I did after that wasn't as bad compared to that. So I became like more confident as the journey went along. But yeah, I wanted to do it because I was really shy. I wanted to get out of my comfort zone, and then I ended up really liking it. The martial arts stuff is like I've been doing that for like 8-9 years now. I'm actually an instructor, and I'm a second degree black belt. So I've recently passed my exam like January, I think, quite a while back now.
I want to do that.
And I got my second degree black belt, and the exam was like literally 5 hours long to get that, by the way. But yeah, so I'm really passionate about martial arts. It's like a big part of who I am. And it also played like a key like thing in my confidence journey as well, because around the time I started acting class, that's when I started to become like an assistant coach in mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just like, both of that happening at the same time just caused me to like really get outside my comfort zone, and I was able to grow, and I'm still growing, you know, there's still a lot to learn.
This is like me dancing with my light whip. This is you.
Yeah,
This
no,
is
that's
you with the
right.
nunchucks.
I actually saw your light whip, and that's why I actually bought one. Like
Oh yeah.
but it was like a really cheap version. But I was like, if I can do nunchucks, I'm just gonna hold it and then spin it, and in the dark it will look cool. I have to record it still, but it does look cool.
I mean, it's, you know what? People think it's easy with that thing, and they're always asking me to have a go on it, and I'm like, no.
Oh, with nunchucks?
No, not the nunchucks, the light whip in the club.
Oh yeah.
And like, you've got to keep it in. You've got to keep hold of the end of it when you're playing with it, because otherwise it just lashes out and hits people.
Oh, that's why I get hurt when I use it. Keep that in mind.
Ryan Potter says, I'm new to the channel, but saw you on Film Threat. Yeah, thanks, man. That was a while ago that I was on Film Threat. That was going back a bit. But listen, dude, thanks for popping in, Ryan Potter. I know that's Phoenix Nights, buddy. I know where that's from. I don't know if you're based in the UK. If you are, I'm interviewing one of the cast from my play about the making of the Magnificent Seven. We are here with Rose Kaur.
Rose Kaur.
How do you know all these amazing people? So I've worked in the industry, film, theatre, television, you know, been an acting coach for a long time. So obviously that's how, really. I mean, it's just been part of my life for the best part of 30 years. So, and I'm lucky in the sense that I've met some amazing people. I've also met some horrendous people. And I mean, it's, you know, in the industry is a tricky place. Anyway, so refocusing, thank you for the question, though. And if you do, anyone watching, if you have questions for my guests, put them in the chat. I will get around to them. So what came first for you? Was it the acting or was it the martial arts?
I would say, like, I always did want to do acting, like as a kid. Even though I was really shy, I used to watch like the TV and be like, oh, I'd love to like do that, but I just don't have the confidence to.
Right.
I even told, you know, like, it's a funny story. Like, I told them I did GCSE drama as well, and I did a drama in school, but I was really shy, but I was just trying still because I liked it. And I told my drama teacher I wanted to be an actor, and she laughed at me. She said, haha, you could never be an actor. And I was like, oh.
Why did she say you could never be an actor?
Because I was really shy, like, as a kid. And I kind of used that as fuel to add to the fire. I was like, you know what, I'm going to prove this woman wrong. Like, so I just went all out. Like, when I went to acting classes, I remembered that. And I was like, I'm going to do it. Like, I just have to do it.
Yeah, I mean, somebody telling you you're no good or you're shit, I mean, that can be really detrimental, but at the same time, it can be a really good motivator.
Yeah, exactly.
Is you doing a bit of chop socky breaking?
Oh yeah, this is actually part of my exam. So this is when I got my second degree black belt. This was the exam I did. We have to break all of these boards, and if you miss one time, you fail.
Damn.
Yeah, so you have to break it, otherwise you don't get your belt. And you can't make mistakes in the exam.
But you did pretty good. You did pretty good, kid. You smashed all them boards.
The blackboard was the hardest. So like when you go for any black belt, you have to break a blackboard, and it's really hard because you don't need any padding on your knuckles or anything. It's just pure like my knuckles were swollen for.
Wow, you kicked that one in half with your foot. Look at that.
Or farming right there.
Yeah, you probably went for a punch on that one.
Yeah,
Oof.
that was an elbow as well at the end. So it was a kick, a punch, and an elbow.
Wow. So
Yep. And this was right at the end of the exam, so we were literally exhausted at this point. Then we had to break the boards. Love breaking boards.
well, I
So
mean,
fun.
it's good that you didn't join the police force.
You know, one time when I was applying for my jobs and stuff. So
Yeah.
I also work like full time in creative digital marketing, and it came to a point like just after lockdown where I was desperate to get a job, and I may have actually gone for the police force, but then I backed out because I got kind of scared.
Yeah, I had an ex-partner who went for it, and funny enough, the reason that she withdrew from it was because they couldn't verify that her relatives were not terrorists.
Oh, oh,
'Cause-
they bet you, did they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because in Ugandan culture, the family name is not always the same. That's not the same name that's given to the children. It's all kind of complicated, the whole name thing, and it's not the same way as here. So obviously, for somebody in our country, that seems a bit suspicious.
Oh, have you looked at Scott Adkins? I love Scott Adkins. Like he's one of my favorite actors. I've seen him in John Wick. I watched what's it Boyka. I love the Boyka series.
I'm
so obsessed.
He's done a couple of podcasts for some friends of mine. You are doing various nunchuck type stuff and photos and
Oh yeah,
all the rest of it.
this was actually for another acting role where I had to play like an assassin. But I can't say much because I've signed an NDA. So
No, that's all right.
yeah,
You're training with the nunchucks again.
yeah.
I mean, you make that look proper easy.
Yeah, I mean, like when you practice it a lot, you end up hitting yourself in the face a few times, and you get used to it. I've had a lot of practice.
Yeah. No, I can.
But obviously, at first, I wasn't that good at first. You know, everything
No.
takes like, you know, just try something new. You're not going to be great at first, but the more you do it, it's all about consistency.
So, okay, let's take a bit further. So you did some acting classes to get your confidence up. You got told you weren't going to be an actor, which drove you even further. We're sort of getting out of the teenage years and into your 20s now. What did you do to take things further? This is coming out the other side of the pandemic, obviously.
Yeah.
You and I first met at a networking event organised by my friend Chris Jones and David Wilkinson. Is it David Wilkinson, the guy who's battling cancer at the moment?
Oh,
yeah, he was there. He was there the day I met you. It was the first time he'd been out where there was people. He had to wear a mask because he's vulnerable, you know, because he's on chemotherapy and all this kind of thing. Yeah. But shout out to David Wilkinson. He's kind of a big sort of key figure in the London indie film scene. He is one half of the two people that organised that event. Chris Jones is the other half. Yeah. So we met at that networking event. That I feel like that was 2023.
Yeah, I think it was 2020.
So what we did, just talk us through what you were doing around that time to sort of be proactive and put yourself out there. You've got headshots done. You've done modelling.
Yeah, I've done a bit of it's one of my recent ventures, modelling. So I don't know. I feel like modelling goes nicely with acting because you're like capturing a moment when you're modelling.
It does if you look like you. I mean, it doesn't go so well if you look like me. I mean, if you look like you, it goes well, I think. But you're not going to get many modelling shoots if you look like Quentin Tarantino. I mean, unless you are Quentin Tarantino. But if you look vaguely like him, you're generally not going to get modelling shoots. You look like you look like Sophia Loren. Got more of a Sophia Loren vibe. You're probably going to do better in the modelling space.
Oh, I feel like everyone has their own unique look. You can always like dress it up, you know, the
way
you dress, like the makeup and all that.
I tried wearing a dress. It didn't improve things for me. It was just
and personality goes a long way. So you want to make sure you have some personality.
Got back to that.
Exactly.
So I mean, yeah, you've done a bit of modelling. And I mean, you're playing quite a glamorous character, so I mean, obviously it works for the character you're playing in this. Do you have a preference over modelling and acting? Which came first? Which one did you get to do a bit of first?
Oh, acting. Definitely acting. Acting has been like my first love when it comes to the two. Modelling's like been quite recent. I would say like professionally, I've done like only like 2-3. I've done quite a few professional shoots modelling, but like. I modeled on it was like a kind of like a catwalk thing. One of my friends, she has like a big business in Mayfair in the Home House Members Club.
Oh, very nice.
I got to walk like in a room. It was for a charity event called Little Hearts. That was it, Little Hearts charity event. So I was like modeling some clothing from like Rick's, which is like a big fashion brand in London. So yeah, some of the dresses I wore. I have yet to post about it though, because I'm so chaotic when it comes to my posting schedule. But yeah, I did do that. Probably follow my Instagram. You'll see it soon.
Yeah, I mean, and if you do want to check out Jasmine's Instagram, I'm going to drop the link for that in the chat right now, because I'm not sure I've posted that under the blurb. So we'll put it in the chat right now. There we go.
Guys can give that a follow.
Yeah, give that a follow. Check it out. Yeah, you did this great job of making me look really young in this picture. I've got to show people this photo. I don't know how you did that.
I literally didn't even do it.
You said there's like no filter. I don't
There's
believe
like
you.
no filter.
Apparently, there's no filters on this photo of us.
There's literally no filter.
This was us at
That was just like, it must have been the lighting.
This was us at rehearsals a few days ago.
You look the same, though.
Well, I don't know. I feel like I
don't
look
see it.
older on camera here. I look really young there. I don't know what's going on. Somehow you made me look like 10 years younger there.
Like we said, it's all about the energy. You have to make sure you surround yourself with the right energies.
Okay, all right. So from now on, you've got to stay within 10 feet of me at all times. Funny. Okay, moving on. So, yeah, I mean, you've done a bit more. You prefer the acting. 2023, obviously you went to the networking event because you wanted to be proactive. What other things? And I know you've worked on quite a few short films, you've done a few bits here and there, you've done some music videos. What other ways have you been proactive to put yourself out there? Because these days I don't think any aspiring actor, or anyone in any creative industry really can afford to sit on their laurels. You've got to be proactive. You've got to go out there and try and find work or create work. You can't just wait for the agent to call, you know.
Yeah, you have to create your own opportunities, definitely, for sure.
Yeah.
Did I mention that I sent like so many LinkedIn requests to like a bunch of like directors and like casting people?
And how, I mean, that's interesting because a lot of people do use LinkedIn in our industry, and there's a huge chunk of people that don't bother with it at all.
Yeah, exactly.
What sort of kind of response did you get to that?
At first, like, because I remember I started, like, from the bottom. So LinkedIn, I had like no followers at first. I had like maybe 100. That was it. And I wasn't active or anything. I had no posts or anything like that. So when I'd reach out to people, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm an actor and stuff. Like, if you have any projects, can you include me or whatever? They'd be like, oh yeah, cool, yeah, and then never include you. So like, it must have been like 1,000 requests I sent, and I wasn't like asked.
But did they follow you? Did you got some connections?
I got some connections. Yeah, I started building up my connections. I mean, currently I'm still building it. I'm at like 3.5k on LinkedIn.
3.5k.
3.5k, and like most of them I've sent like direct messages to.
I think I've got like 40 people.
So I spent hours like sending messages, telling them what I'm about, giving the link to my Instagram, my Spotlight profile, which is like a list of credits for my acting stuff.
There's a great question from James Evans, and shout out to you, James. I know you put some money in the short film that I directed for Will Jordan. Yeah, what is the thing that you've learned about yourself the most significant thing you've learned about yourself since you entered the industry?
Oh, about myself. Okay, that's a really good question. Actually,
it's about yourself. About yourself. Yeah, about yourself.
I learned like don't doubt myself. Like just keep like doing things and like don't give up so easily. And like I learned that I don't give up so easily. Like I'll just keep going until I get what I want. Like yeah, and I'll manifest anything. Like if I want it, then I'm gonna get it. Like that's the sort of attitude. Like I think in my head, anything I want, I'll just keep thinking about it. I'll keep doing.
Steven Spielberg, watch out.
Steven Spielberg.
You know, wreck those fences now. What about? Let's go back to that networking event. So, because you were with a group when I first got talking to you guys. I can't remember what my segue in was, but there was a group of you, and we all ended up chatting, and it was the first networking event I'd been to in years, because I detested them quite profoundly. But then it was all right, you know. I come chat to some people, met some people. We met there, obviously. Who was the most valuable contact you made that day?
You.
Seriously?
I think yeah, no, definitely.
For all those people watching at home, I was actually not expecting her to say that.
I wouldn't be here.
Well, no, I mean, did you get any? Were there any? What other connections did you make?
I think literally, I spoke to a lot of people that day, and mostly it was you.
Right.
There was a few others. I think oh, it's so bad I don't remember their names, but there was a few that were like
So bad, I can't remember that. I like that. So bad.
One thing I've learned about myself is I'm not good at name. I'm not good at names.
We're not looking to name drop bad people, but I mean that's interesting because I don't like going to a networking event unless I have something going on. So, and I think at that time we were doing false accounts. We were coming, and I was casting false accounts. So I was looking for actors that looked right to be in false accounts. Yeah, and I actually was looking for an actress of Indian origin, but I was looking for someone in their 40s.
Oh, older.
Yeah, who looked a bit more battered.
Could have dyed my hair grey. I could have got fake wrinkles. Kidding.
You wouldn't have got there in a million years, not with all the special effects on the planet. But I was sort of, yeah, I can't remember what stage, because what time of year was it? It feels like, was it September? Sort of
I think it was like
time?
it was
end
like
of the
towards
summer?
the end. I feel like maybe
End of the year?
July, August.
Was it July?
Something like that.
I'm trying to remember if it was a nice day. I remember it being a nice day. But this is a networking event. It was in Ealing. There's a centre in Ealing. It's kind of down in the basement under the shopping centre. They've got this big sort of room with a bar, and various events have been run there, I think, at different times. And yeah, I made some other useful contact there as well. And there was a lot of people there that I knew. There was a lot of people there that I knew that hadn't seen me for ages, because the last time they saw me was on the other side of my previous relationship. Also, when I was doing my big feature film back in 2017. Before it all fell apart, there was loads of people from that time, because around that time, if you're doing a feature film, everybody wants to know you, because 90% of them want to try and get a job out of you, which is, that's the game. That's we're in that game. There's nothing wrong with that. But you do sort of get a sense of people's human moral compass when none of those people are around, when they don't feel they can get anything from you.
Yeah, definitely.
And then there are some people that will, hey, I haven't heard from you. Are you doing all right?
Yeah, you have to be like that. It shouldn't always be about like getting the job. You're meeting, people with the creative industry, and you're both like drawn to the same things. You have like commonalities, so you should keep in contact. You make a friend out of it. It's not always about can I get a job out of this person.
We've got a question from Ryan Potter, who would like to book you in the Alpine Room for an evening of stand-up comedy. But
yes,
before
am I
then,
very funny?
I don't know. I mean, we'll know after today. Rose, what characters in movies have you seen that you think you would have given a better or different take on? Ooh, that's a bit.
That's a big one.
Maybe what characters have you seen in movies that you would have liked to have played, maybe slightly differently?
Scarlet Witch. The Marvel Universe.
The Scarlet Witch in the Marvel Universe.
Scarlet Witch. There's always been like my thing. I liked that sort of character. But I feel like I like sort of the villain roles as well, actually, because it's quite fun to play like opposite to who you are. Like, especially with like evil people, like they're just so different. You don't really meet them like in real life, or you might meet them, but they don't show like who they are right up front. It's also like interesting to play like a villain character. Also, like anyone who does like in combat in an action movie. Oh, I would love to be like a female John Wick. That's like my thing. I would love to do some action, female John Wick.
Well, maybe
partnered with Keanu Reeves. That would be cool.
Well, before we get partnered with Keanu Reeves, maybe we'll sit down and look at doing some sort of action short sometime.
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to do that. I'd love
something we could film in a day.
Yeah.
We just need about 20 guys willing to get beaten up by Jasmine.
Got a few friends.
Yeah, beaten up by Rose. The stunts is the costly thing. Stuntmen and stunts, it's expensive.
With me, you don't have to pay for someone else, because I'll do my own stunts. I'm trained in with I'd Fight as well, which is the British Academy of Stage and Screen Combat.
Yeah, so that's Dan Styles' company. Shout out to Dan.
Shout out to Dan.
Dan's done an interview. Dan's done an interview on here. In fact, I remember calling Dan and saying, I've got a lady here, wants to do your course. And it's like, oh, she genuinely, a lot of people mess us around lately and all this kind of thing. I was like, no, she's up for it.
I did it.
You did. You went on
Yeah, I
it.
went for the unarmed combat. I'm looking to do armed combat soon as well. I'm going to get firearms reel with Amari Studios, which is another company that specializes in reels for action and firearms and stuff like that.
Here's another question from Ryan Potter. Do you find a side of yourself? Do you find each role is a different side to yourself, so it's effortless to play?
Ooh,
interesting question.
I feel like I have like so many different personalities, and like I go by many names because of all the different like names and like roles I play. But no, I feel like some roles I use like real emotions I've had, so like previous experiences, so I bring that to the role sometimes. But sometimes when I play a part and like I've never experienced something similar to what the characters experience, so I have to sort of like look at some of my friends or like imagine like the situation and then try to bring it and make it look natural, like it's actually from me, like it's like raw, real emotion. But I wouldn't say it's effortless. I would say like with every role, there's always something different. Like you have to put in a lot of work because it's a whole different person doing. Like even the way you laugh, the way you tilt your head, like everything is different. Like you're never like just yourself when you're playing a role because everyone has different experiences. So I feel like, yeah, like I relate to a lot of roles I've played, but only from like, certain aspects. It's not. I wouldn't say it's effortless. Effortless. Like you have to put in the work, and I've had to work hard to like make it look good.
Well, let's talk about the role you're doing in Seven Magnificent Egos, because I don't want us to run out of time before we talk about that. Now you're playing, for those people that may or may not remember the film, we're talking about the 1960 version of the Magnificent Seven. This is the one starring Yul Brynner and Steve McQueen, and it also starred James Coburn, Robert Vaughn, Brad Dexter, Hurst Buchholz, many of whom went on to be big stars. But there was one, they cast all the Mexican actors locally, and Rosenda Monteros was kind of cast as the female love interest. You're up for playing the love interest of Chico.
Who is this Chico?
Who is this Chico? And yeah, well, here he is with Rosenda.
He's very handsome.
He's very handsome. Yeah. Well, I guess he is in a European sort of way, if you like that kind of thing. Sorry, we're doing our lines from the play now. Yeah, I mean, talk to us about Rosenda. What have you been able to find out about her as part of your research? And, what did you do? I take it you watched the film again, and just talk us through it a bit.
Yeah, like I did watch the film of it, the parts that she was in as well, especially. She's quite like innocent. She's a very innocent person, and I think it's because I feel like she's been quite sheltered.
Are you talking about the character of Petra in the movie, or are you talking about
the character?
The character of Petra, right?
Yeah, the character of Petra. She's quite like innocent and stuff. And then Rosenda, obviously, she wants the spotlight and stuff, and she wants better because most of the Mexican actresses in the past have only got to play like secretaries and hookers and like minor roles, and she wants to be like the star of the show. She wants the spotlight of the show, and I like that. It's like very empowering. So
it's interesting if you look at this still that this is a color still. I think it's a German, presumably for the release of the movie in Germany. They've done this little billing block here, and you've got Yul Brynner, and then this is the Magnificent Seven in German. Eli Wallach, Steve McQueen, Horst Buchholz, directed by John Sturges. Rosenda's in the photo. They don't even have her name.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a great picture, though.
It is. I mean, it's I kind of like these over saturated pictures. These are different productions that she's been in. This is a Mexican Magnificent Seven poster for Mexico.
Wow.
That was produced especially to emphasize Rosenda's role. There you go.
I'd love to like draw some of these. I just love like old character posters.
There's another one which emphasizes James Coburn. I think they did a whole series of these. Yeah, I mean, But what have you learned about Rosenda Monteros as a person, as opposed to the role she plays in the Magnificent Seven?
Well, as a person, she's quite curious, and she tries to find out like as much as she can about people, and she likes talent. She really likes talent. I think we know she likes talent.
Yeah, she's attracted to talented people.
She's definitely attracted to talented people. I think she's talented. She's very talented as well as an actress. She's stunning as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she kind of, the real Rosenda, who, you know, sadly passed away, had this kind of almost effortless beauty. And Magnificent Seven was shot in 1960, and she was born. Let's just double check her when she was born. So I can't remember off the top of my head. She was born in 1935, so she was 25 when they shot the film. Right. She's pretty similar age to you then.
Yeah, like 22, so
yeah,
3 years difference.
22 going on 72.
But I'm an old soul, so
yeah. That's what we've been told. So what are you sort of, what kind of version of Rosenda are you hoping to give the audience to come and see the play?
So that's up for interpretation.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think? What do you think they're gonna? I mean, maybe we can make this about the play as a whole, but how do you think the audience are gonna feel when they leave the theatre having watched Seven Magnificent Egos? What's the experience for them going to be like?
They're gonna love it. They're gonna love it.
Absolutely,
they're gonna love it.
Correct answer. You score a cuddly toy.
You have to come and see us. You have to. You're missing out.
Well, what is it about the show they're gonna love? What's
me?
Me, I'm the star.
I'm the real star. No, we're all like equally as good, and like all the actors are so amazing. And everyone does, everyone's putting so much work to it, and you'll see it when you go and watch it. Everyone brings like a very unique, like their own unique take on the characters. Yeah, you'll see it. Well, I can say it's going to be good.
The Proctopher wants to know, wow, you draw too. I can literally hear the gasp of air. What kind of visual arts do you like to make?
So I've liked art all my life. It's always been a thing that I can fall back on. Like I've drawn since I was like 2. Like I picked up a crayon when I was like 2. I just started drawing. I did art A level, got an A, so top grades, and I got distinction also. I did art pre-BA, so I studied fine art for many years. So I did a GCSE, then I did A level, which was 2 years. Then I did a pre-BA, so that's like 4 years where I studied art. Yeah, like fine art. I like to do quite a bit of portraits. Like I like sketching a lot. I've started to do some like painting because that's like something I could get good at, I reckon. I actually did let me show my shirt. I drew this. My shirt. Yes.
Check that out.
I made this.
That is
it was on it's digital art. So I drew it on like Procreate, which is like an app you use to like draw clip art and stuff like that. So I did that. Yeah. But mainly I would do sketches. If you scroll enough on Instagram, you'll see some stuff I did, but you probably have to scroll for a while because I have not been drawing recently. It's something I need to do more of.
You may have to scroll for
700
years.
Just because art takes like 10 hours to like do, so you have to really be patient with it. I just haven't had time recently, but I'll do it for you guys.
Boosh McFadden is in the chat. Good to see you, Boosh. Dan Candy, another one of my moderators, is in the chat. These are all people from the US. Creeping in. Look, we've now got 14 people watching now.
Got family near you guys.
Creeping up. Shirt is cool. There you go.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
So,
damn, making me blush.
I saw a question I missed from Wormy Spoons about your martial arts there. Do you train in any martial arts? We kind of covered that at the beginning, but we'll do
kickboxing for 9 years. I teach it as an instructor. So, yes, I do train. I've done a bit of boxing. I've done a bit of jiu-jitsu. Joining Hapkido soon, bit of South Korean martial arts, Afghan martial arts. I've done a lot of martial arts. I just love it. I love martial arts.
So yeah, I mean, you know, I've got to make sure I don't get on the wrong server in rehearsals next week. So yeah. Wormy Spoons wants to know, have you considered tattoos?
I considered being a tattoo artist at one point.
Well, you don't have any tattoos.
I don't. I do want one. I really do want one. I want a rose because, you know. Rose,
oh yeah,
like,
and Rosenda for the role you're playing.
Ye old rose and crown.
It's all roses, isn't it? It's all roses. It's all rosy.
I wanted like a rose, but like incorporate a star with it, sort of thing, so I could be acting and like stage names or.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
I know you've done a couple of plays before. This is not your first play.
Yeah.
What is it? I mean, and I know you've been made to feel welcome. We've done a ton of rehearsals already. You've been very generous with your time, which has been so helpful for everyone.
No worries.
And nice to see you, Pathetic Hermit, in the chat. Says very nice work. Thank you very much. What's been most challenging?
Like coming into this role. I would say probably the most thing is learning the lines.
Yeah, that's the labor, isn't it?
Yeah, the line learning. That would be the only thing. But, you know, like we went over a lot today, and I've already picked up like quite a few lines. Like I've
you're off book. You're off book already on a few scenes.
Few bits. Yeah. So consistency.
But today was our fourth rehearsal with you. Fourth, I think.
Yeah.
Because you came in with all the guys. Before anyway.
Yeah, definitely. So
yeah,
the fourth.
So fourth, yeah. Ryan, good to see you, buddy. We kind of covered this earlier about how Rose got into acting. So if you want to watch the interview later, rather than us regurgitate that story, that's towards the beginning somewhere. I mean, so Magnificent Seven, making of. We are open in, is it 12 days, 11 days? Where's my diary? I'll tell you, I've got a countdown in here. So as I'm going through, so it's 12 days from today. 12 days from today, we open at the old Rose and Crown. Friday night is already sold out, but we are putting 7 extra seats on. So there's 7 extra seats on for Friday night. Wow, I can't believe
Magnificent Seven with an extra seat.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe Friday night's already sold out. That's 7 extra seats.
We're in demand. So you have to make it.
We are in demand. I mean, it's. How did you like it when you first read the script?
I really liked it. Like I just loved like her confidence and her stage presence. Like it's a lot of fun to play as well.
Yeah,
like, her roles.
You've got a really.
We've definitely like our rehearsals are so funny as well.
Rose and I get to do, I think it's 5 scenes together.
Yeah, quite. We've got
6, including the secretary, actually.
Oh yeah, so we've got the most scenes, haven't we?
Yeah, I mean, we've certainly got 6 scenes together. I do a fair number of scenes with Paul McLaughlin, who we were also rehearsing with today, who's a fantastic actor and great fun to work with.
Definitely.
I mean, you know, it's been good. I think the labor is always the learning the lines, but the fun stuff is finding things in the script that aren't immediately apparent, especially if it's a comedy. Finding moments of comedy has been the most fun things for me. And of course, I like directing. Is always my first love. So getting to direct is you know, great fun. So what else have you got coming up this side of Christmas? What else are you involved with?
Christmas. So
not for Christmas. I mean, just don't tell us your plan for Christmas. Just but other work, other projects. What else have you got on the go? What other stuff are you doing? I know you're involved in a couple of other things.
Yeah. So there's another project which is probably going to be shooting around like end of year sort of thing, which is like where I'm playing like lead assassin, lead villain, where I have like a blonde wig on, and it's a really good film. Like the director is a good friend of mine as well, Paris in Divine Retribution. So that's we're shooting chapter 3. So we did chapter 2 in like July. So now we're going to be shooting the 3rd chapter, which will be probably submit to film festivals and stuff like that. That part's really fun too. So I get to.
Shishing super chat has just come in for $4.99. Dan Candy has said, Rose, how is it working with director Lance?
It's great. Like Lance is great. Lance gives me really good direction, and he really helps like me get on track with my character. And he doesn't lie to me. He just tells me straight up. If I'm really bad, he will just tell me, which is what is really good because you need that. I don't want someone to lie to me if I want to look good, so he makes sure of that.
Yeah, I mean, well, okay, thank you very much for that. I feel that was very complimentary.
And he cooks for us.
Yeah, I mean, I do cook. Yes, I cook for people at pretty much every rehearsal. I've
Very
cooked
tasty
I've
food.
cooked for somebody. I'm looking after the car. Wormy Spoon says, nightmare, an absolute nightmare. I bet he's Napoleon. Have I shouted at you yet?
No, you haven't actually.
But have you seen,
I mean, as the characters were shouting.
Oh, I mean,
really
yeah, that's in a scene. Have I shouted at anybody in any rehearsals?
No.
Thank you, Wormy Spoons. There we go.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a shouty kind of director. I mean, like, you know, if someone pisses me off constantly, I'm sure I could get there, but it's generally not really conducive to getting the best performance out of people. When I hear about how some people behave, I find this with acting coaches as well. It's like there are some acting coaches that do that whole thing where they break people down and build them back up again. What if you break the person down and then they don't get back up? I mean, that's all well and good breaking them down. I don't think you always need to break them down to bring them back up. Ryan Potter has asked, do you direct or do you prefer directing only your own writing? No, so I just directed All in Good Time, which is the short film was produced by the Critical Drinker and his company Crescent Creative Media. Callum Edwards, who is aka Mauler, wrote the script and they got me in to direct it. And it was really nice to direct something that I hadn't written. I've obviously written and directed a lot of my own stuff. And then I've also written stuff for people that other people have directed. My play about the post office scandal, the most recent production of that was directed by somebody else. It really wasn't that much different from the productions I'd done, other than they had a bit more money to spend on it because they got some funding. So it's ironic that the one time I wasn't directing it, I actually had some funding, you know. Yeah, so no, I'm good either way. I mean, if I'm directing something I haven't written, as long as the script is good, then I'm all up for it. You know, it's not a problem. So yeah, this is why I always say the most important person on the set is the caterer. Very true. Very true. It is true. Yeah.
And you're on catering.
I am doing the catering on this production. James, I'm going to be adding my own little update to that later. So I'll be doing that late tonight, probably just before midnight. Mauler's script is great, by the way. Really good script. I'm very happy that I got to. Kind of a privilege that I got to work on that. And I was honoured to be asked. And I was in the I was in the process of like deciding to do or not do something else. And I said out loud about 20 minutes earlier, God, please send me a sign. You know, which project to pick. And then literally 20 minutes later, the phone goes, Lance, I've got a job for you. Do you want to direct Mauler's short? And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. So, you know, that was kind of fun. So is there any aspect of acting that, I mean, apart from obviously the labor of learning lines, which is always difficult, but apart from that, is there any aspect of acting that you don't enjoy or that you don't like, that you find difficult?
No, I don't think there is. I think I enjoy, like, even if it's difficult, I like to learn about it because whenever I see like there's a challenge in something, I know that it's something that I can improve on. And it's something that I can get better at. So I actually look for things that challenge me because I like to know that I can improve. Yeah, that's how you know you can level up.
Yeah, it's good to push yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Like I really like the challenge. I don't like sometimes when you're too good at something and you're like, oh, like it's not like there always has to be like a challenge. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, and then everything's too easy.
How are you going to cope with sort of first night nerves? Do you think? Do you have a technique? Do you have anything you do before a show? You got a particular way to warm up or exercise or anything like that?
Oh, like what Tom was doing. I think he was tapping. I'll do that.
That's the Matthew McConaughey.
I'll just do the salute and hope for the best.
Oh, the three amigos salute. Can you do you remember how to do that?
Yeah, I have to do it.
Go for it.
Do it.
Go.
Okay, see me.
Well, they're close enough.
Right.
Yeah. That's it, pretty much.
Three amigos salute.
So
I'll do that.
Jasmine, we've got a little nod to the film The Three Amigos, possibly one of the most unfunny films ever made, but we do have a little nod to it in the movie. Yeah, in the play. Sorry, gets a mention. Silverado gets a mention. The Man with No Name gets a mention. So there's a lot of little Easter eggs in the play as well.
Lots of treats.
What are your thoughts on AI short film festivals? It's a growing trend. I mean, that's a great question. I'm all for them, really, because so like if you think about it, at one time back in the day before photography was invented, the only way that you would go to a festival to see locations from the other world was you would go and see a festival of paintings. And there would be things that people had painted that they had seen that you hadn't seen, and you were seeing their interpretation. So AI is a tool. I mean, it's a filmmaker's tool. Listen, I'm begging to use it. I mean, if I can create some of my scripts completely with AI, I'll do it, because because for me, I've done the hard part, which is writing the script. That's the really hard part. And getting a good script. If I can then go and create it, it's not that I don't want to work with the crew and work with all the actors, and I want to do all of that stuff. But you have to understand, I work in an industry where those choices are not always made available to me. So if there's a way I can circumvent that occasionally to show people what I could do, and AI will be the tool that allows me to show people what I could do, great. I'm up for embracing it. I'm up for using it. I don't approve of appropriating people's images, appropriating dead actors' images, things like that. I'm very, very, very against that. Anything that sort of involves appropriation of copyright, I just totally don't agree with. But use it as a tool to create, I'm all for it, because it's too late to kind of take a negative view on that, because the horse has kind of bolted from the stable. You know what I mean? It's a bit late to go back on that. If we'll start to wrap up now, because we've been on for a while, and thank you so much for staying off rehearsals to do this.
Yeah, of course.
I really appreciate you giving up your free time on a Friday.
Of course, for the fans.
For the fans. If you've got a final question for Rose, please put it in the chat now. I'll try and read it before we finish. If relatives of Rosenda came to see the show, and they came up to you afterwards and they said, "Oh, you played our aunt or our great aunt or our great grandmother or whatever, so we really wanted to meet you," what's the first thing you would say to them?
I would say your aunt or your relative she's iconic. She's iconic, and I have had the pleasure to play. It's just great to play such an iconic character, and I would thank them for coming to watch.
Yeah, great. I would say what a privilege it is to play one of the most beautiful women ever to have been on the silver screen, because she's stunning, gorgeous woman.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah, so we had to cast someone. Always had to cast someone quite striking in this role. And I do remember when we were doing the last batch of castings, it was like, you were looking for someone, well, not necessarily looking for someone that was the spitting image of her, but you were looking for someone that had that strong, captivating beauty that makes you fall in love with them as soon as you walk in the room.
Do I have this look?
Well, I don't know, mate. Yeah, I think you do. So that's one of the scenes from the movie. Wormy Spoon says, "What's the slight twang in the accent? Is it Is it Greek? Yassas Kalispera?
Oh, you know, I have gone Greek quite a lot. It's because like London's such a very diverse. I have a very diverse spirit of friends, so I feel like my accent is just muddled like with so many different people's accents. But no, I'm British Asian, so originally like I'm Indian. So my grandparents came from India, Jalandhar to be precise. Shimla, Jalandhar, places like that. But I've never actually been to India. I really do want to go. It's a really interesting place full of culture. Plus I am Sikh, by the way, which is a religion.
Well, one of the things that we're planning, by the way, because, you know, I used to do 4 streams a week, and since I had various projects this year, I haven't been able to stream so much. Once the play is out of the way, one of the things I've learned is that let's do a quick test, guys. Jazz, say yes or no if you've seen any of the following films.
Oh,
So,
okay, go on.
Die Hard.
I probably have seen it.
No, that's no. No, that's a no.
Okay, no.
You have to know you definitely
Okay,
did. Die Hard.
no.
Okay. The Shawshank Redemption.
No.
Okay. The Godfather.
Yeah.
You have seen The
I've
Godfather.
seen The Godfather.
Very good. Dead Poets Society.
No.
Okay. The Fisher King.
No.
Okay. Brazil.
No.
Okay. Bridge Too Far.
No.
All right. Escape from Alcatraz.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Oh, we're clean.
Yeah.
You
I've
did
seen that.
2. She scored 2 so far. Birdman.
No.
Okay, fantastic. So just from that quick selection, hang on, let's do a couple more. Cocoon,
No.
1985. Okay. Lady Hawk,
No.
Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Back to the Future. Seen Back to the Future. So there's a lot of films that Jazz hasn't seen.
Yeah, you don't need to list it to me.
So I'm going to try and convince Rose to come back for a regular slot where we do a Rose Reacts to seeing a certain film for the first time, which he's going to watch with me, and I'm going to lay up a bevy of movies. Have you seen the Lord of the Rings trilogy?
It's pretty bad, but I played the Lego game.
Holy shit balls! That does not count. Robocop.
Oh my god, it's so bad in the movie.
Robocop.
Oh yeah. I've seen Robocop.
Seen Robocop.
Yeah,
Jaws.
I've seen that. Seen Jaws. Seen
Okay.
Horror, like I like horror.
Have you seen The Thing?
Yes, which is Marvel, the thing, right?
No,
I haven't seen it.
No,
it's like in a movie
no.
with
The
Marvel.
Thing is the one set in the Antarctic station with the monster, where it can change and turn into people and stuff. You know, not with Kurt Russell.
Oh, I don't know. The thing is, like, I probably have seen it, but I just don't know that that's the name for it.
Okay, we're watching that. So
Oh,
you've got to remember, she's different generation.
I'm a different generation.
Like, it hasn't got the funny tuft of hair at the front.
Born in 2003.
There you go. So, all right. Well, look, fantastic. So, Jazz. Yeah, I know he's shocked.
I'm sorry.
Rose Kaur, aka Jazz, as we know her nickname.
Oh, Matrix.
She's playing Rosenda Monteros in 7 Magnificent Egos at the Rose and Crown. We open on the 15th of October to the 19th. We've got a couple of matinees. Have you seen Nightmare on Elm Street?
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen Halloween. I've seen Friday the 13th. I've seen Scream. I've seen a lot of horror.
Wow, look at that. So she specializes in horror.
Horror.
So we're going to do a non-horror selection for you to come and watch. So yeah, so as we said, it's coming up real soon to play. We might do a live stream one time after the show, we'll see. But yeah, here we are. So do check it out. 7 Magnificent Egos. I'm going to put the link in for people to book if you want to come. We're going to be there every night. Not only are we there every night, but you can also have your picture taken with the cast.
Yes, come and get pictures with us.
Both before and after the show. You need to hang around afterwards to get a picture with Rose. Yeah, you can get a picture with the Magnificent Seven before the play begins. So how cool is that?
Yes, we must get pictures. Tell them lots.
Yeah.
The energy in the pictures of like
the energy in the picture.
You guys will look great.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so there's going to be a Nielsen ratings on Tuesday, but we're not here the following Tuesday because that'll be the night before the play actually opens. We're going to be working very late that night because we're doing our dress and tech. And I'm sure that Rose will be back on the Outcasts Creative channel very soon to do Rose watches kind of thing. Anything else you want to say? Anyone else you want to thank her before we kind of sign off?
I mean, I would like to thank the viewers for watching and staying on. God, have we been talking for an hour, 10 minutes?
It goes really quick.
It does go quick.
It goes really quick.
I'm thankful for you guys staying on. Like, I appreciate that as well. And
There's been all kinds of people popping on and off.
Love the comments and everything. Like, you guys are engaging, so that's really nice.
Yeah.
To see. Follow the gram and yeah.
Yeah. So follow Rose on Instagram, Work Connections, LinkedIn. And yeah, so we're going to be back on Tuesday at 10 p.m. for the Nielsen ratings next week, the usual time. I've also got another industry interview to come with 2 more members of the cast, which I think is going to be on Sunday the 12th, which I think is going to be Toby Watts and Tristan Pegg, who just got back from Australia, where he went missing from the production, but he ended up there. Shall we find out why?
Why?
Tristan.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm learning my lines for the play.
You're learning the lines. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I will be playing Robert Vaughan in Seven Magnetic Egos.
Anthony Quinn was originally set up to be in the Magnificent Seven film, and then he kind of dropped out.
Yes.
And he went on to make such seminal classics as Zorba the Greek and the little-known follow-up to that, Jim the Chav. This is my take on the Robert Vaughan character.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Robert Vaughan.
We did actually say, let's meet at the park, down under the pub. We didn't mean down under. What are you doing in Sydney, Australia?
Oh, God, what did you mean?
Go on.
You mean to say I've travelled all the way across the world for rehearsal and I come to the...
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
If you run now,
Yeah.
you can get the flight. Off you go.
Okay, okay.
Right,
yeah.
go. Bugger off.
It's
We're
fine.
waiting for you.
Okay, so that's it from us. We'll be back on Tuesday at 10 o'clock. Until then, don't forget to talk to the people that you care about. Pick up the phone, call them, check they're okay. Tell them that you love them, and we shall see you all again real soon. It's good night from me.
Good night from Rose.
Creative.